exciting sport in the world. The speed, the insane hits, the raucous energy of the crowds. No, it ain't badminton. This is an advisor's life. We're talking hockey. If you're in the world of junior hockey, if you've ever dreamed of making it to the NCAA or the pros, if you've ever wondered about the pitfalls and the costly mistakes that players and parents can make along the way, you're in the right place. Here to educate you beyond the smoke and mirrors, beyond the propaganda that leagues and teams use to manipulate you into making decisions that could cost you your career or your hard-earned money. We don't pull punches. This ain't a popularity contest. Just the real and the raw, no matter who may get their little feelings hurt. Disrupting the status quo. This is an advisor's life with your host, Joseph Kolodziej. Truth bombs coming in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, welcome to An Advisor's Life. I'm your host, Joseph Kolodziej. And after spending 30 years advising players and parents, I can tell you a lot has changed in the game of hockey. On this episode, I'm going to talk about all you players who are going to go through the final draft taking place in the United States, the North American Hockey League draft. And all of those players who have gone undrafted in the previous USHL and NCDC drafts. Let me get the legal disclaimer out of the way. This is not advice on your specific situation. This is general information that we provide to all hockey talent management clients. Every player is different and every situation is different. This is basic information and not specific advice on what you should or shouldn't do. So, tomorrow, all the meaningful drafts in the United States will be over. Only a few hundred players will be drafted and taken in the USHL, NCDC, and NA draft. That's it. A few hundred. And now, all of those who participated in all of the pre-draft camps, all you thousands, tens of thousands of players that participated in these camps are finding out that getting drafted is like winning the lottery. You found out that all the team pre-draft camps were just a waste of time and money. And I hate to say I told you so, but I did tell you so. All the magic beans on aisle 6 are sold out now, but there'll be more available next spring, trust me. Now you're scrambling. You're trying to figure out what you want to do next because you really never had a plan on what would happen if you didn't get drafted. Or you probably didn't have a plan even if you did, other than showing up. You were so focused on getting drafted, you forgot the most important things needing to be done. Now, I can tell you this, the hockey talent management clients didn't forget the most important thing needing to be done. Every hockey talent management client had a backup plan before any of these drafts took place. Not one of them had to go to a camp to make things happen or to get their name out or whatever people are telling you. They saved time and money, and they didn't get in line to buy lottery tickets. So, in fact, every hockey talent management client saved a whole lot of time and money while staying at home, training, getting bigger, faster, and stronger, putting themselves in a position to have the best season possible this year. That's actually how things get done. And now they've increased their chances to have a successful season so that next season they're in a much better position to really get drafted. Now, if you need to win the lottery to get drafted, why are so many of you completely crushed that you weren't picked? And there's going to be a lot of disappointed people tomorrow. Why are you so many of you completely unprepared for not getting picked? Why are so many of you not doing what needs to be done in order to increase your chances in the lottery next year. Anyone who actually believed that attending all those pre-draft camps would get them drafted really needs to seek out professional help. Now, after the last draft has ended, what are you going to do? You're going to continue to complain? You're going to chase more open camps? Maybe follow what the other boys are doing? Yeah, that's worked so well this far that you might as well repeat it, right? Or will you now start to listen? In this case, pay attention to what you're hearing. Don't be embarrassed that you haven't paid attention before. It's never too late to change direction in how you go about doing things. Sorting through the options available right now and making the right choice is absolutely critical. What are the criteria you're going to use to evaluate your options? What information can you obtain on each option to help differentiate one from another in order to arrive at the best possible choice for you? Your plan of getting drafted did not work out. So what makes you think you can make the right decision and right choices moving forward? Are you acting on emotion? Are you getting all the information possible? Are there negotiables that you're not aware of? There are definite warning signs for teams that you need to avoid. Do you know what they are? And we'll address more of that when I come back after this break.
When it comes to getting to the next level, there is only one name you need to know: hockey talent management. The gold standard in player advisor services for nearly 30 years. Helping players and families get to NCAA, junior, and professional hockey leagues around the world. When you are ready to really reach for your dreams, it can only be hockey talent management.
Welcome back. If you're even a little unsure of how to put yourself in the best position possible to take advantage of this season in order to make next season better, you're already at a disadvantage. Information is the only answer. And if you want to invest in a stock, you go research the stock. If you want to buy property, you research property and compare it to similar properties with similar information. Want to buy a new Mustang? Then don't go to the Honda dealership and think a Civic is going to give you a Mustang response. Guys, start paying attention to what you're hearing right now. If you have an opportunity to sign. If you're eligible to play AAA and have a AAA offer, take it. Spend the summer training and getting stronger in the gym. This is what the top players who actually did get drafted and will get drafted are doing. If you're out of AAA eligibility and you have a good pay-to-play offer, whether it's Junior A or Tier 3, sign. Stop playing games and chasing the summer camps. Spend the rest of the summer preparing for the season so you don't have any question about whether or not you're going to be in the best position possible next year. Look, don't fall for the call-up recruiting pitch, okay? It's not going to happen. It's garbage. You're not getting called up unless you're the absolute best player on your team or in the league. Focus on where you will play and be the best player there. When you're ready, it'll happen for you. If you put in the work, it'll happen for you. This is what the players who were drafted and who will be drafted tomorrow actually did this year. What other players have committed to the team is something you need to know about any team. Where do they fit in? Where do you fit in? How deep is goaltending? Who's committed to defense? What is the coach's philosophy? There's a whole lot of questions that need to be answered and work that needs to be done. It takes time. And you have to know what to look for that will benefit you the most. I can tell you one thing that scouts will not be looking for next season that is 100% accurate. And it's true for everyone. Not one scout in the world gives a damn about how many fans are at any Tier 3, AAA, or high school game. Fan support has zero impact on scouting or interest in prospects. So any coach using the fan support recruiting tool either doesn't know what he's doing, or he's trying to fill his roster with paying players, and he will have to worry about who plays once the budget is full. Scouts are going to watch the player putting up points or making the saves or on the right side of plus minus. And it doesn't matter if he's on the last place team that has zero fans in the building. And you know why? Because he's dominating. And if you're a dominating player on any team, you're going to get a lot of attention. These scenarios exist in every position group. Scouts look at players and scouts look at them as individuals and how they perform individually within the team environment. We know a good player isn't always playing with other players at his level. It happens all the time. It's our job to not only see that, but to project where you're going to be next year if you continue on in your development. We also know when a good player is making the right plays, making the smart decisions. Whether his defensive partner or line mates can finish the play or not makes no impact on what we see of that player. Is the goalie in the right position, making the first save? And he's not responsible for that second, third, or fourth rebound that the defenseman can't clear out in front of the net. Many scouts have been doing this for many years. It doesn't take a magician to pick out who the best player is on the ice in any game. It takes a skilled and experienced eye to find the player making the right plays and decisions at the right times. Getting in front of those scouts is what's most important. Finally, guys, really stop thinking about what you want and start planning for how to achieve the best you can be. Planning is critical, and patience is a tool to be used. Panic, scrambling, hoping, guessing, listening to what everyone else in the same position that you're in is not going to lead you to success. More often than not, it's going to lead you to failure. You've got to have a plan, guys. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to have success. If you leave it up to luck, luck will almost always let you down. Advisors are expensive, not going to lie, but they're an investment in yourself. Real results come through having the right information. Real results being that you're prepared to have a dominating season this year before next year's drafts. Now, if you have any questions about your decision-making process, let us know. Every initial consultation is free of charge. You can email me directly at info@hockeytalentmanagement.com. Please email me your questions. Like and follow us on YouTube at the Junior Hockey News Podcast, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at junior_hockey, Facebook at Junior Hockey News, and Instagram at The Junior Hockey News. Thanks for stopping in for this episode of An Advisor's Life. I know every bit of information that I gave you wasn't necessarily enjoyable, but I hope you found the information educational, thought-provoking, or at least interesting. Once again, I'm Joseph Kolodziej, your host on An Advisor's Life, and I hope you'll come back next time. Until then, I'll see you in the rink.
You've been listening to An Advisor's Life. Over the past 3 decades, Joseph has been on every side of the hockey business. Team owner, a general manager, a coach, a league vice president, a player, a family advisor, and an agent. He's worked with everyone from the NHL all the way down the ladder. He's seen it all. For over a decade, he's been writing a column on the junior hockey news. Everyone kept telling him, hey, do a podcast. So he's finally taken the plunge. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit us up on Twitter at junior_hockey, on Facebook at Junior Hockey News, and on Instagram at The Junior Hockey News. See you next time with more Truth Bombs on An Advisor's Life.